Hello, hello, my beautiful, beautiful rebels. Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. And as you already know, this is a pick a card, and this is a pick a card about what he wants to say to you right now, if he could. All right, so I have three different colored bows. If you've watched one of my videos before, you know the drill. The first bow is red, second gold, third is blue. And without further ado, because I don't like to do a long intro, I'm going to get started. Okay? All right. So, what he wants to say to you, right? Yeah. And I have a lot of cards, not a lot of time. So, I just really need to get started. Red bow, hi. So, first things first, your Heal Yourself reading card is self-love. So you are dealing with somebody who wants you to know that it is okay for you to love yourself. He wants you to take care of yourself because obviously he loves you a lot. And I think this is why this card came up. He wants you to love yourself as much as he does. So, the next card that I pulled for you is Wave of Power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Okay, so let's just take a moment right quick, see, to just look at these two cards and look at the general expressions on the women of these cards' faces, and you will notice that they look like they're just feeling complete and utter ecstasy and abandon, like in their face. It's pointed towards the heavens. One is being swept up in wind, the other is being splashed gently with water from the ocean, and they are just feeling it in the rapture, in the moment. Not only does this person want you to love yourself as much as he loves you, but he wants you to know that with you, he feels a wave of power. He feels an upswing in his energy. You probably have really exciting sexual intimacy together. Your sex is probably exciting. Yeah, I feel like that's what you probably look like when you're caught in the throes. Like, just filled with that ecstasy and that abandon. And I love this. And the next card that I pulled is the present gift treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. I definitely feel like he wants you to know that you are his gift, you are his treasure, you're his present. And in realizing your own value, you are able to be in the present. And that is also like a form of self-love. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, wow, just these three themselves are really powerful. He sees you as his treasure and his gift. And they say the present is a gift. So I love these three together. Okay? It speaks volumes. And so now we're going to get deeper. And we really talked about, a little bit here and there. But I feel like this pile is basically just, he wants you to love yourself as much as he loves you, so that you can experience your own wave of power. I feel like you give this to him, this wave of power, just being with you energizes him and gives him that surge of power. Okay? And the card that I pulled for him, in fact, is Achilles. And Achilles is confidence. And he's just that great warrior. He's sexy, he's confident, and he's confident without being cocky. He just knows, and there's a huge difference between confidence and cocky. Okay, let me tell y'all. So for your romance oracles, I've got 4. They fell in like a clump. So the first card is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I feel like either him or you was dealing with somebody who kind of deceived you. well, not kind of, like outright deceived you. Like somebody outright deceived him or somebody outright deceived you. This is not a personal reading, so I can't say or pinpoint for sure. Um, but somebody went through this deception. Somebody definitely felt this deception. Um, yeah, and we're going to get more into it. Also, the next one is unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I feel like one of you guys got duped, and one of you guys got duped hard. I'm just gonna throw out like an example. Um, he could have met someone he kind of liked, but didn't really feel the attraction for, but it passed the time by. So maybe she faked a pregnancy. You get what I'm saying? Like she wanted to keep him because she knew he was a good man. This is an example. This isn't it per se, but I'm just throwing an example out there because there's probably so many scenarios and different ways that this deception or unrequited love could have gone. This is just how I see it in my mind. Um, and the next card I pulled is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like he is coming from a place where he was outright deceived. He felt unrequited love, like it wasn't enough chemistry between him and the last person to even want to go there. So I feel like she kind of probably tricked him. Um, and like I said, this could be either way, somebody tricked somebody tricking, okay? There's definitely a tricking aspect here. But what the main takeaway from this is the worth waiting for, and that understanding the divine timing in your guys' love life, and that it is on purpose. Um, so maybe if somebody hadn't dealt with this trickery, it would not have led them to the honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, like I said, I feel like this was a before uh, relationship, and it kind of devastated him in a way, okay? And maybe this is what took that confidence he had once had away. I feel like you gave him his confidence back. And I think he wants you to know that you gave him his confidence back, that he feels like you are worth waiting for, and that he wants to spend time alone with you. Okay? All right, then we're moving on because I still got a lot of cards in my hands. And the next card that I pulled, and this is why I feel like this is a past relationship, is Power of Attraction. So this is from my Rebel Oracle deck. And I love these cards. They're beautiful. So I feel like he left this situation where he did not feel attraction. He did not feel the love. He did not feel the chemistry that he feels with you. And he had to wait for you, okay? And I think he wants you to know, and I think he would say that he is ridiculously attracted to you. He is just very into you, and it was worth it. The wait was worth it. You are worth it, okay? And the next card that I pulled for you is Liberation, Callie. And I love Callie. Callie is all about that liberation. I feel like he would say that you liberated him, you freed him in a way. It was like he went from not feeling anything major for anyone at all for a long time, probably, to feeling not so good about himself, to like the total opposite. Like you gave him that power of attraction. You gave him like this surge of power. You gave him that wave of power. You gave him the gift of attraction, of love, and you are his treasure. And this is why he wants to take the time to be with you. And this is why he sees your union as super important. Um, the next card that I pulled is Benzijin, which is beauty. And I love this card. She is so gorgeous. I feel like you are just this beautiful creature. And he probably definitely would tell you that you are a beautiful creature. And that this is part of the power of attraction, but it's not all the power of attraction. But he just finds you a beautiful human being on the inside and out. And that is a huge part of why he feels so much for you, okay? The next card that I have for you is harmony, power, self confidence, and productivity. So, like I said, there's so much power, 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 confidence, confidence, self confidence, self love, productivity. Um, I feel like there is just so much um power here, you know? So not just this power, the wave of power, but the power of attraction, the power of liberation, the power of beauty, the power of confidence, the power of self-love and confidence. I feel like you gave all this to him, and I think he wants you to know what you mean to him and how much he loves and appreciates that in you. Um, and I love this harmony card. I feel like together you guys create like this this like cohesive way of living. Um, Kind of like you weave around each other, I'd imagine in my mind. This is just how I see it. Like you weave around each other seamlessly. Like you never get in each other's way. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not making any sense. I don't know. But definitely, I feel like he wants you to know exactly how much you mean to him. And the next card that I pulled is Rainbow Blessings. Blessings are showering your life. How many times do they need to say present, gift, treasure, blessings, showering in your life? And I think he just wants you to know how, like I said, you are the most important thing in his world. Period. And that is so visible here in this entire pile. Now, the Radiant Tarots that I pulled are Seven of Swords, and this is for his past. Like I said, I feel like this was the unrequited deception. He had to go through, somebody took something from him. And then I have the Eight of Swords. So somebody took something from him. Somebody stole something from him. And I feel like in a way it was his freedom. Like I said, I feel like somebody trapped him. And I think that he felt stuck. Like he put himself in this prison because of what they took from him. Um, like the idea or options that there was something more out there for him. And the next card that I pulled for, this is the past. This was the, after that I pulled the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is just being able to see and grasp and understand all the options and all the things that are before you that are there for you if you want them and if you take them, and you know what I mean. And then the final card I have is the Two of Cups, which is the soul bond card, the soulmate card. This is like the ultimate partnership card. This is like health and wellness, as you can see the caduceus on here. And I feel like he went from feeling uh, deceived and betrayed and feeling trapped to seeing what was truly out there and offered to him, and just all the things that could be and all the different options that were available to him, to having this ultimate partnership and this soul bonding and relationship. And I see air, I see Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then I see cups, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I see a lot of air and water energy here. Yeah. And even in the sword cards, yeah, there's even some water in the sword cards too. But I just feel like you are with somebody who wants to say that you mean the world to them, that you are amazing, that they want to be with you, and that you are the ultimate blessing and gift in their life, and that they know that. Okay? All right, Red Bow, this was your reading. It was kind of long. I'm sorry about that, but let me know what you think about this. Give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you watched the Red Bow forecast for March, because I go through week by week and it's pretty good. So let me know. Love you guys. Bye. Moving on, Gold Bow. Hi, how are ya? Okay, we have to get started. I have so many cards, okay? I have so many cards. I have to get started. Okay. So the first card that I pulled for you guys is patience. So having the patience to let things be, to see things unfold, or to nurture something. Patience is super important in this life, and it is so seriously lacking. But I feel like you are dealing with somebody who really appreciates and understands your amount of patience that you have with them. And yeah, I think it's super important to them anyway. The first card that I pulled is yearning, longing for someone, undesired, separation, pining. Okay, so I feel like maybe this pile had been together before, because there was patience and there was yearning on his part. I feel like he wants you to know that he was like yearning so hard. like I feel like you just maybe were that person who needed to be patient and wait for him to act right, or drink a gallon to act right, and he had to yearn. Like he had to feel the pain to understand the importance of this union. The next card that I pull is vulnerability. Open your heart. Allow yourself to be tender. So I feel like that yearning that he went through definitely showed him vulnerability. I seriously feel like this guy was like pining so hard. But I think that this, and we're about to get into your romance angels that came out with this pile. The first one was release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I feel like somebody had to release their ex, in order to open themselves up to this union in the first place, to be in that vulnerable space, to be tender. So it happens. Like sometimes we have residue from the past. We don't clear it out. We don't wait for things to, to cleanse ourselves of the past or the past energy. But I feel like one of you had to release an ex, okay? The next card that I pulled for you is trust, okay? And it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. So I feel like when the person who needs to release the ex releases the ex, you guys have got to trust the process and let it unfold the way it needs to unfold, okay? The next one is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, okay? And I love this card. Like they all came in like this crazy sequence. And I thought there was one more. I have so much going on, let me tell you. There's just too many cards. Not enough time and so many cards. Okay? But, yeah, so I just feel like this is something that can be great, like really great. And I feel like letting go of your past can really open you guys up. Whoever needs to let go has to let go, though. Okay? I think that once that happens, then, it can be what it needs to be. So moving on. Sorry, I'm trying to get all my cards together. So the next card that I pulled for you is big, bold vision. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody who wants you to know that he has like this vision of what he, like how he sees you, or what you're portrayed as in his eyes. He sees you in a very specific light. I think the card that I pulled for him, and his energy is Eros, and Eros is love. So I feel like he has like this vision of love with you. And maybe it's like a vision of love that he has never experienced before, and which is why he needs to trust. And you are the one who is being patient, because I feel like you already know something about something about something about something. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that or be dismissive to men and their intuition, but they tend to ignore it or just push it aside. And really, unless they're super enlightened and woke, then like I said, they they can push that aside. And I feel like you are probably a person who is very woke, and maybe you feel what it could be, or you know. And I think he kind of does too, and that is why he has that big bold vision of love, of what it could be. I feel like both of you might have that big bold vision, but he is definitely in love mode. He is just a love machine. I love Eros. So the next card that I pulled is Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin is compassion. And I love this. I love that concept, and I love the card, and I love Kuan Yin and what she stands for. She's super important. She's a super important goddess. I actually have a Kuan Yin necklace, and I I love the concept. I love the theory of Kuan Yin. I love that compassion and love kind of join forces here. I feel like you are with somebody who wants you to know that you are seriously cared for, that you bring out the compassion in him and the love, okay? And you force him to be vulnerable. Well, not necessarily force him. You just make him feel vulnerable in a way that he hasn't felt in a really long time, and he feels safe with that, okay? So the next one I pulled is Freya, and Freya is radical acceptance. So compassion, radical acceptance, and love are all things that you want together, okay? I love this. I love this a lot. The next card that I pulled for you is peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So this is why I say I feel like he went through some kind of disturbing things, or he was in something that just really disturbed him in a way. It was really unwanted. So I feel like you are his sense of peace. I feel like he wants you to know that you're his sense of peace, that you bring him peace, that being together creates peace in his life. And I think that's why you're super important to him. And the card that I pulled for you guys is transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. So I feel like this is a very different relationship for the both of you, and you are both trying super hard to be vulnerable and to be open and to be compassionate and loving to each other. And you are experiencing that radical acceptance. Um, and I feel like Freya is also just like this big, bold vision. Like she is, you know, and that I feel like there's like this big, bold vision of love. And look at big, bold vision. I totally forgot about that one. But I feel like there's this big, bold vision of love, and together you guys transform and you create exactly what you need in each other. Okay? So your radiant tarots that I pulled are, the first one is the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys are really, like, I feel like he was trying to find balance before and found it super hard, maybe in that old ex relationship. And Two of Pentacles is all about that earth energy, trying to find that balance. Um, you know, is trying to find that balance. And the next one I pulled is the Four of Pentacles. Again, There's more balance, but I feel like he's still trying to balance everything. And I feel like he kind of had a hard time before trying to find that cohesive balance, like that balance that he this is like hard work. Look at these cards. Like he's trying to balance these two coins with this rubber band thingy, and it looks like work, right? Then you look at him balancing the four coins. It's like, God, he's got one on his head, for crying out loud. That looks like hard work too. I feel like he had to work so hard before, and I feel like he got to this place with you. And the next card is the Seven of Pentacles. And to me, the Seven of Pentacles is work, but it comes so much easier. It's like he planted the seeds. He covered them with dirt. And boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. They just started growing. And what he had worked so hard to try and cultivate before, which didn't grow anything, okay? Like nada, zip, zero, zilch, niet. Before, it became so overwhelmingly like abundant in growth, and he just planted the seeds there, okay? And I think part of that was that compassion, and it was that patience that you have, and that patience that you probably gave to him and showed him how to use, okay? And the next card that I pulled for you guys' relationship is the Empress, and I love the Empress. The Empress is definitely an earthy card to me. She's very Venus orientated. She's totally femme. And there is so much earth here. I mean, look at all of the pentacles. Look at the Empress, who is Venus ruled. I feel like there's just so much earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, hi, how are you? You're here. Welcome. Take a seat. I mean, it's like so much earthy energy. And I feel like earth energy, no matter, whether it's your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, earth is all about finding that balance. And a lot of earth signs are like workaholics, but they have issues finding balance when it comes to personal work and self. So I feel like they know how to be patient, though. I feel like there's so much, and you have to kind of be patient with an earth sign. They can be kind of stubborn. So I feel like you shown them your ways, and they appreciate that. They appreciate your patience with them. I mean, they've planted the seeds and watched them grow, and now you're at this place of abundance and harvest, and you are just reaping the rewards from all them ocio damn soul. You got all this wheat, okay? So who's winning? You are. And so, Gold Bow, let me know what you think about this reading. Let me know if you watched my March forecast, because it goes week by week. And leave a comment, like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your sitch. Tell me what's up with you, how you doing, how you hanging, boo. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye. So we're moving on to the Blue Bow. Blue Bow, hi, how are you? So where to start? So, Blue Bow, let's start here. The first card that I pulled out for you is Sexual Arts. So, I feel like I don't really need to spell this out for you. Somebody's getting their rocks off, and it's probably you. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, honey. I love this. It's beautiful. It's just this upswept. It's emotional, it's enrapturing, it's transcendental, it's beautiful. And the next card that I pulled is Endurance, keep going. So I'm not saying to have all night like sexcapades or anything, okay? Or to be part of the Sexual Olympics. What I'm saying is whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it. Okay? The next card I pulled is Soul Cage, Rescue, Escape from Captivity, and Restriction. So I feel like you are with somebody who feels like you probably rescued them. And this is the guy who probably feels like you rescued him or saved his soul. and released him from restriction and captivity. Um, yeah, and I feel like you are showing him your ways, like he is your Padawan, and you are the Jedi. You get my drift? Okay, maybe you're not a Star Wars nerd and you don't get this reference. Um, but I feel like, yeah, you are showing him your ways. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, hunty. No, 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 no. So the next card that I pulled for you is Faith in the Process. So I feel like it took him a while to get to where he is now and with you. Like this was like a progression, okay? The romance angels that I pulled for this pile, which helped me make sense of everything, all right, are forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. So I feel like you are dealing with somebody who maybe has never had like this peaceful existence before, who probably hasn't had this kind of relationship or connection before, because I definitely feel a connection. You see the 33 on the sexual arts cards. So one of you could be like a master number 33. Another of you could probably be a 5, and together you guys might make it like an 11. And this is just me guesstimating. I know I'm reading for a lot of people, but I feel a lot about this pile and this bow. The next card I pulled is Religious Factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. And I feel like this is part of forgiving and learning. And I feel like you are the reason that he is able to forgive and learn and to try and heal his past, because he wants to be better for you, for your relationship, for your bond, for whatever it is you decide to make this, okay? The next card I pulled is Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right. All right. I love this. So like I said, I feel like you guys are super attracted to each other. I feel like he really, you see the religious factors card and then you see have faith in the process. So I feel like maybe at some point he felt really torn and he had to try and heal things that maybe seemed really huge to him. Okay. So the card I pulled for him is Mithras, and Mithras is sacrifice. So there's a lot of religion, there's a lot of faith, there's a lot of sacrifice in this pile. I feel like he had to give something up. And he had to let go of something, whether it was his religion, a way of life, some of his family. Either way, I feel like he just wants you to know we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. All right. So the next card that I pulled is Nyx. And ever knowing Nyx is the keeper of secrets. So someone was keeping secrets. So maybe you were the secret. Maybe he kept his religion the secret. Maybe you were a secret from his family, who could be the religious factor here. Either way, he wants you to have faith in the process. And I feel like there's just so much potential here. Okay? Maybe the type of sexual connection that you guys have is frowned upon. Maybe, because I feel like in order to have that kind of connection, you have to be completely open with somebody. And I feel like certain religions kind of forbid that kind of intimacy and that closeness. And I feel like he had to sacrifice a part of himself in some way, shape, or form. And he's keeping something. Something was a secret, okay? And the next card I pulled is Sophia. And Sophia is divine wisdom. So I feel like even though Nyx is the keeper of secrets, Sophia is the keeper of divine wisdom. And I feel like this is why he was so hell-bent on having faith in the process. He feels like you have been brought to him for a reason and you have And I feel like he is just trying to honor this attraction. He's trying to honor you. He's trying to be with you, while keeping his faith at the same time. He's finding it he could find it a little difficult. So actually 3 goddess cards came out with this pile, and the third one is Spider Woman, and Spider Woman is co-creation. So I feel like he feels like you are like the co-creator to him. Like you are his co-pilot, you are his co-partner. You can create with him. He wants you to create with him. He wants you to create a life with him. And I think this is coming from a place where it didn't seem easy or doable, but he is getting to this place where he is letting the divine take the wheel, and he is understanding and having faith in the process more. Okay? Yeah. All right, and we're going to go a little deeper. And so the Gaia Oracle for this one is Moonlight Goddess, Repressed Emotions, Healing, and Reflection. So I feel like maybe you were dealing with somebody who had to hold back their emotions, who was not allowed to talk about them, who was not allowed to talk about how he felt about a lot of things. And I feel like maybe this is part of the secret, that he is very open with you. And he is able to talk to you about things that he's never been able to talk about out loud before, especially with another person. And I feel like whatever sacrifice he makes, he is going to make it willingly. He probably already has. I think that he just wants you to know that he sees you as his co-pilot, his co-partner, his co-creator. Like you are the Eve to his Adam. And I feel that big time in this pile. The next card that I pull is Fogged In, Go Slow, and Take Time. So I feel like he just wants to take his time, once all the dust settles from all the happenings and ongoingness. There is so much emotion in this pile. There's a lot of repressed emotions being opened up and shared, secrets being revealed, just a lot of healing, okay? Divine wisdom. And so for his, okay, for his Radiant Tarot, the first card I pulled out is the Knight of Swords. So this was like a swift action. So this is before. So I feel like before something happened super quick. Like maybe he made an announcement of some sort to his family. If he was indeed involved in like a serious religion, or this is about the religious factor, I feel like this is something that he announced with a quickness. He's like, look, this is what it is. This is what happened. I met this chick and she's not this. And I don't care. I feel some kind of way about her. It's important to me. Okay? And so that was the past. So now I pulled the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is that estate card. So this is somebody who could definitely come from a certain kind of upbringing. Like he could come from a very wealthy family, or he seeks to create that wealthy home unit with you, as he sees you as his co-creator. I mean, it's definitely possible that you guys seek to build like this empire together. And the next card I pulled is the Lovers. And I love the Lovers card. Whenever it pops up in a love reading, I feel some kind of way about it. But I feel like, to recap all of this completely, that this is somebody who loves you very much. I feel like this is somebody who sees you as extremely, you are like the pentacle, or the pinnacle of their love life. This is something that he has never felt before, and he is willing to sacrifice to be with you. He is trying to heal, and you probably are too. But I think it's so possible I think that you can teach him the art of forgiving and learning and to move forward together, like to keep that endurance up. And he definitely does see you as his rescuer. Like you saved him from a life of restrictions and captivity and being trapped in probably like a loveless marriage or partnership. And that you matter to him. And you know how I said you're like the Adam to his Eve? Like, look at this card though. That was before I had even pulled this out. I feel like this is super important. He just wants you to know that you matter and that you are loved and that he wants to create this life with you. Um, yeah. So if you enjoyed this reading, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Hey, Blue Bow, let me know if you watched your March monthly forecast. It goes week by week. Um, Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what the sitch is right here. Talk to me, you guys. Let me know what is up. Let me know if it resonates. Talk to me. You know I love them comments. You know I'll be all up in y'all businesses. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. As always, stay rebel. Okay? Bye.